Miles, I would be remiss if I didn't just express how sorry we are to hear about you and your wife. I know it's been a difficult couple of weeks.
Thanks.
May I ask how you guys are doing?
Yeah, we're doing all right. It's obviously the loss of everything you had, but I was talking to Anya about it, just the loss of just that life, not the material things, but just being in proximity to people and going here and those things. But and just not having a sense of a home. I think most people have a place where they feel like they can always go back to, and so we're dealing with not having that and really not kind of having that sense for a while. But we're doing all right. We have a wonderful relationship, and so we're just being there for the other person.
Yeah, we can take solace in seeing the community really show up for each other too.
Yeah, absolutely.
The grace with which they've been dealing with everything is really impressive and commendable.
Yeah, our hearts go out to you.
Thank you.
There is no outside communication here.
What's that on the other side?
That is East Tower. Contact with the other side is strictly forbidden.
So what's the mission? To keep people from going in the gorge?
No. You need to stop what's in the gorge from coming out.
What the hell is that?
The gorge is the door to hell.
I'm what you call an overreactor when I watch a movie,
Oh, I
right?
love that.
You're screaming at the screen. Pop-up scares get me.
In a theater,
I try to be respectful.
What's your emotion? Like, are you like, my agent literally goes, oh God. Actually, our agent does that.
For me, it's, oh! And then it's like frozen, and then I react. But there also was a lot of romance in this too, you know? Like it really does take you on a ride. So fun. And dare I say the perfect date night movie?
Thank you.
We have the perfect date night release. So
Right, that's true, February 14th.
This one's been calling it alternative programming for Valentine's Day, and I'm like, that is a great tagline.
But I wish every action kind of sci-fi thriller had a little romance like that, because it does have those elements of like a Last of Us or Stranger Things, but then you have romance elements like a Taylor Swift music video. I mean, tell me, Miles, come on, them communicating over the gorge, over signs,
God, yeah,
was
you're
giving, what is it, You Belong With Me.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you see the kind of like the reference point? I'm like,
I love it. My wife and I, when we first met, she's a very good texter.
Okay.
And so she had like very good text games. So I was like, oh, she's very funny. I'm very intrigued. And so I think it's important to, when you can only write a few things at a time.
It was amazing how that, you know, obviously this is giving new meaning to the term long distance relationship in this movie.
Yeah.
And yet, before they even speak any words to each other, we as an audience are so invested in this relationship.
What's the truth about this place? What's the truth about the gorge?
How did you guys kind of build that chemistry being so far apart?
We had the best of intentions. When we were in rehearsals, we were really like, listen, I will be there for you every single day that I am not on screen. I will be there with my thing and we'll be doing it.
We're gonna make it real.
Yeah. They put me on a thing that I can't, it's a hydraulic lift.
Yeah, we
there
just
we go.
put her on a,
They put me on a hydraulic lift and like hoiked me up into the air, and I was in the wrong eye line. He couldn't see me, like just did not work. So we tried.
She actually started distracting me, so I said, go home.
Go home,
You're like,
rest.
don't worry, you don't have to be here. I was like, there's too much in between us.
Yeah,
actually,
no, literally.
Right? Okay, so I don't know, when you're reading this, I feel like it's probably an actor's dream because there's so much going on, right?
I have new orders that require me to go dark for at least a year, maybe more. A special assignment in an undisclosed location.
There she is. West Tower Observation Post. Your home for the next 365 days.
What was your first reaction when you read the script?
I think for me, I was really excited to see it all come to life.
Totally.
And I knew from production that it wasn't going to be heavily CGI'd, which was great. And truly, as we start kind of moving through the different set pieces, it was so immersive for us.
Yeah.
Everything was very practical. But Anya and I have been friends for a while. We were friends before this, so I was really excited to get to go to work with her every day for, a long time.
And it feels like Role's perfect for you two, because you guys have done so much in your careers, right? And in the stunts in this, I mean, zip lining, there's jumping off cliffs, explosions. I mean, you name it, the gorge has it.
Horses, yeah.
Right?
You name it, the gorge has it.
It's true though. And you guys, of course, are no stranger to the action genre. I mean, this feels like straight out of the Tom Cruise book of stunts, and action movies. How did working with him kind of maybe prepare you for a movie like this?
Well, Tom is in such a league of his own. There's, you know, there's truly nothing that guy can't master.
wrote the
So
book,
just
yeah.
just watching it. But I think with Tom, when he's doing any kind of a stunt, there's truly no room for error, and so his attention to detail. And I think when you get in a film set, people can be like, "Oh, this is fake," but there's very real danger that can happen if somebody kind of lapses in
Completely.
judgment or focus for a second. So that's something that I've
love
absolutely taken from Tom.
So it's well thought out, well rehearsed, and
Yeah.
ready to go.
That's the last
Everybody
thing you
knows
want
what
is
they're
for an
doing.
I love
accident.
it.
You want to be able to go home to your family, go home to,
Yeah.
you know, as you walked in that day.
I love it. And of course, you know, you're no stranger to action movies as well, Anya. In Furiosa, I was so inspired. I was you for Halloween, actually, this past year.
Really?
I really was, yeah.
Can you show me a picture afterwards?
Yes, absolutely. I literally
God.
had just buzzed my head. I was like, that's what I want to be for
Hell
Halloween.
yeah.
But here, I have it right here. There you go.
Looking
Work, right?
amazing.
But how would you say, I don't know, working on that movie? Wait, do you like it? I mean, it's pretty spot
fab.
on. Okay?
It's fab.
There's the reference point, just so you know it's your version.
Oh
okay?
my God.
But how would you say, I don't know, do you stay ready for these kind of movies and these kind of
Honestly,
roles?
for this movie, 100%.
You were,
I was
right?
so grateful because I'd done Furiosa, I finished, and then we literally rolled straight into this. And so I was
Perfect
like, I
timing.
am strong. I'm ready. I'm not as ready now. I wish
No?
I was. I wish I was. Yeah.
Well, you need a little break in between.
You
I feel
get
like.
very specific muscles when you're hoiking a gun up every single day, and if
Hoiking?
you're not hoiking,
Oh, nice. I like that.
She makes it look easy though,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
she?
yeah.
but it was
She's a little
really
action
really fun.
figure.
And to like Miles's point, it was so exciting to get to go to work every single day and see what they had created, and then be like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna literally jump into this now.
I love it. I see you're wearing green today, Miles. Is that for your Eagles head to the Super Bowl?
Absolutely.
Is it really?
Yeah, let's
I love
go.
it. You must be so excited.
Yeah. And my wife says it brings out my highs.
So
But also go Birds.
that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have been stoked when they made it.
I very much so.
I love it.
Yeah.
So the romance elements of this obviously was on the paper, but what was it like for you guys to see it for the first time? Because did it come off funnier while you were filming it than it did like in the final product, or because I was surprised by how much comedy, like romantic comedy, there was in those elements, in those sequences.
I was really, when we filmed there's I don't know how much I can say, right? But there's a scene with music, and it's when there's a certain intimacy that I think happens because so much of their relationship exists just through nonverbal, truly, or
Right.
maybe some written words. So I think the dancing for their relationship made perfect sense because
Yeah.
they've already felt this connection without ever saying a word.
The banter, it reminded me that banter is important even if it's just via text
Yeah.
or written.
Gotta be a good
word.
texter.
Gotta be a
You
good
gotta be a
texter.
good texter.
On the
Yeah.
dating apps, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm taking notes. You gotta
You
show your
only get-
personality
dude,
while you're
you
writing.
might only get to say a few words and
gotta
then
show
that's it.
personality.
You gotta show personality. That
Yes.
part, exactly. I love it.